after the other orcs started planting as well. I noticed a problem. The vegetables planted by the orcs next door were normal size. The vegetables planted by Lin slowly were huge. The vegetables in my family's field are indeed abnormal. It grows fast, and it's also extraordinarily huge. Has this vegetable become a spirit? Why? The system prompted at this point. It's because of the divine wood seed in your body. Host, the divine wood seed increases the affinity for nature. System. When did it come out? Ordinary plants will unconsciously want to please you, and the way to do so is to try to grow up. Is that so? I'm looking at this fast-growing fruit. That's why these vegetables and trees are growing like they're on steroids. Hard work. Dias, is it an illusion? It feels as if the little plant vegetables are responding to me. Then Frosty Cloud came here and called to me. Let's go fishing. Frosty Cloud sat happily with his fishing net. We came to the river. There are a lot of fish here. Frosty Cloud looked confident. Hey, this time I'll show you how good I am. Then with a plop he jumped into the river to catch the fish, splashing all over the place. Half an hour later, Frosty Cloud was still catching fish in the river. As if the fish were conscious they wouldn't let him catch them. I had no choice but to watch him catching fish by the side of the river. Your fish catching skills are not as good as by Daizo. Not a single fish was caught. He just looked embarrassed and said, "Who said I couldn't catch it? I don't believe I can catch a fish today." Oh, what a silly wolf. The fish flew up by itself and landed on the shore. I looked over in amazement. The fish came to my door. My luck was too good to be true. Not long after, another one jumped up. I immediately picked up the fish, fearing it would jump into the river again. A third fish jumped up. It's an amazing day. All these fish are jumping to the bank with all their lives. I followed where the fish jumped to the bank, and Frosty Cloud finally bites a fish this time. Slowly, I've got it. But Lin is no longer on the bank. I don't know how deep we've gone. Where are we? I'd better go back. This place is deserted. I heard a loud noise behind me. I looked back in panic. A man was looking at me in the water. Sangyo looks at me with an expressionless face. Finally, I found you. Who is this man? Why is he looking at me with such resentment and pain in his eyes? Who are you? Sang-Night looked at me again with resentment. So you've forgotten me. Seeing him said, why do I feel weak? I don't remember much. He looks familiar, but I can't remember. I rubbed my head. Sangyo spoke indifferently. You promised I'd come back for me. Sang-Night, I'll find someone to save you. Wait for me. I tracked my wounds and waited for you for a long time in the stone cave. Never could wait for you to come, but I didn't leave. Watching the snow pile up outside the stone cave, until the snow outside the cave melted and your snowman melted with it, until the flowers bloomed on the hillside. You didn't come. I held the wreath, as if I knew you wouldn't come back, and still you didn't come back. Did that ever happen to me? When he said those words, it felt strange to me, but there was a tingling sensation in my head. It was you who lied to me. Sung Yao looked at me with resentment. His eyes were filled with murderous intent. I stepped back in shock. Danger. I ran away in fear. Behind me, Sun Yu appeared directly on the surface of the water and didn't want to let me go. He used his tail and his eyes turned white. I realized it was a snake, and it tied me up. The bag on my body fell down with it. It landed on a nearby bank, leaving clues behind. Then the fish also jumped out of it, and I was taken by Sangyo. Then I slowly opened my eyes. Where am I? I don't know where I've been taken. I hid behind a rock in fear and crawled up. I remembered that I was swept up by the man's snake tail. I heard another voice and looked over. It was the man. He was holding a fruit in his hand, and when he saw me waking up, I asked him where I was. Why did you bring me here? He took the fruit and said, this is our home. With a sad look in his eyes. Home? Are you mistaking me for someone else? We haven't met. Before I finished speaking, he crushed the fruit to vent his anger. Then he pushed me against the wall, and I was hurt. You said we haven't met. When you had a high fever, I held you to cool you down. In order to save you, I went to the Boar clan to grab the crispy fruit, and my body was burned by the fire. You promised you'd come back, but you never returned. So scary. The eyes of this snake man, full of killing intent. You deceived me. All I could say was sorry. Maybe I can remember some things after the fever I had earlier. You had a fever. Sangyu rolled me up, pushing me into his side again. He stared at me dead in the face. I'm shaking with fear. Don't be like this. The snake scales rubbing coldly against my skin. This is such a weird feeling, but it held me straight, not letting go of me. Close to my face, he spat out his snake letters and was licking me. I moved away from him in fear. You smell of other males, and while I was waiting so hard for you to come back, you had someone else XO. I panicked as he angrily ripped at my clothes with one hand. He took the jewel on my chest. Do you remember this jewel? I gave it to you. I looked at the gem and seemed to recall something. He snapped the jewel off his forehead. This is the sacred stone my mother left me to give to you. This doesn't prove our relationship, but my head hurts and I still can't remember it. Can you not come closer to me? It's killing me. My head hurts so much. It's like it's going to split. Do you hate me that much? I've tried my best to protect you. Can't you exchange your heart for a body full of wounds? Saint Knight's eyes were very stern, thinking back to earlier, when I was chased by the boar orcs, and my body was still on fire, dragging my injured body. Instead of seeing you leave and letting other males get you, I'd rather keep you forever. Then he took a bite on my neck, and I screamed in agony. It hurt so much. Was he going to bite me to death? Blood was already flowing out of my neck. I couldn't move in pain. Her eyes gradually drifted away, and she began to remember. I'm Sen Yeo. What's your name? My name is Lin Huanhuan. You can call me Huanhuan. 10 days. If you come like me in 10 days, we'll be mates. If not, I'll give up and send you home. The orcs from the boar tribe are chasing us outside. Go back. This is the sacred stone my mother left me. It's for you. I remember. I fell off a cliff and met Saint Yeo. Then Saint Yeo was injured trying to save me. I left alone to bring help, but later I forgot about Saint Yeo because of the fever and high temperature. Saint Yeo, I'll get someone to save you. You must wait for me. Instead, his eyes were telling me to go as far away as possible. Slowly, I'll be waiting for you. Here, I let the injured man stay alone in this cold stone cave until winter turns to spring and didn't come back. I wrapped my arms around the man in front of me. I'm sorry for leaving tears in my eyes. Saint Knight hesitated. Is this remembering who I am? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have forgotten you. At this time, I grabbed his clothes, but my body has fallen down uncontrollably. Sonny looked at me incredulously. You remember me? Do you know who I am? At this time, he heard another sound coming from the mouth of the cave. His eyes looked that way. There was a loud bang. The debris behind them smashed into them. He hugged me to dodge it. All the time, the black hand appeared. Luckily, the contract ring allowed me to sense the location of the reprieve. Frost Cloud came here and shouted angrily. Snake Beast, let go of slowly. I saw Frost Cloud at this time too, but I was dizzy and my mouth wouldn't listen to me. When he saw my condition, he became enraged and shouted my name urgently, then immediately transformed into a beast form. Dare to harm slowly, I'll kill you. Frosty Cloud directly rushed towards them, with a spiritual light in his eyes. He was determined to save slowly. As he rushed towards them, saying he was also furious. This person was unbelievable. He could only counterattack. At the same time, his tail formed into a snake shape, fending off Frosty Cloud's attack. As a result, Frosty Cloud was directly concentrated by Sang Yi's tail and flew backwards. Just as he flew out, a hand behind him caught Frost Cloud. Are you alright? The White Emperor arrived, and Frost Cloud looked over as well. He looked at Saint Knight angrily. You've come just in time. This snake beast has captured slowly. Let's kill this snake beast together. Sang Ye hugged Lin Huanhuan and looked at the two of them angrily. Not afraid at all. Bai Dai looked at Sang Yi viciously and let go of slowly. Immediately, then he took the form of a beast and unleashed his pressure. Saint Knight slowly put me down. Even if I die, I will never hand over slowly. After he put me down, his eyes were strange, surrounded by light. Finally, he turned into a python and opened his mouth wide to attack the two of them. It bit the silver wolf in one gulp, and the wolf tried to break free from the pain. At that moment, I slowly opened my eyes, because the sound of their fight was too loud. White Emperor saw my state. I just opened my eyes and fainted. White Emperor turned his head and asked Python, "What did you do to Slowly?" She was dying. Oh no, I forgot that she was poisoned by my snake. Sang Knight then remembered, then transformed into human form. He came to my side and hugged me to dissolve the snake poison. Snake blood is the best antidote. Try it on Frosty Cloud first. If he's not poisoned to death, then go and save Slowly. Stinky Tiger, you're testing the poison on me. Do you want to put Slowly in danger? Fine, as long as I can't save Ease. I can be the guinea pig. This is the poison paw. Sangy then bites his arm and bleeds out. Come on, you try it first. Frosty Cloud, with a disgusted face, dapped some of Song Yu's blood and put it in his mouth. No problem. The wound doesn't bleed black anymore and I'm not dizzy now. He then picks me up and eases. Drink my blood and you'll be fine. His blood also dripped into my mouth to help detoxify me. Both of them were staring at my condition, nervously watching to see if my state was getting better. I woke up in no time and looked at them all. I looked at Songye. I should apologize to Songye. I opened my mouth, but why can't I speak? The snake venom has dissolved. You have a weak constitution. You still need to recuperate for a few days. After tonight you'll be able to speak. Frosty Cloud is ready to step forward. Slowly, you're fine. Give me back keys. You've hurt her like this and still won't let go. Sang-yi holds this me tightly. Hearing this, Sang-yi seems to have thought of something. Every time she's with me, she gets hurt and sick. Slowly too. Almost died under my fans. Thinking back to the previous scenes, they weren't wrong. I'm a cursed sinner. Misfortune befalls any orc that comes near me. He let go after that, and Frost Cloud stepped forward to pick me up. He watched me being carried away. It was good to just let her go. Anyway, she never liked me in the first place. Frost Cloud was ready to leave the place with me in his arms. I looked at Sang-yi behind me and wanted to shout his name, but my body was too weak to make a sound. Sang-yi, it's my fault. Frost Cloud, put me down. I want to talk to Sunyu, but Bai Dai then directly blocked my sight. Slow down. Your body is still not well. Don't talk. Bai Dai turned his head and spoke fiercely to Saint Knight. I know, last time it was you who saved slowly, but this time you caused Slow to almost die. Now we don't owe anyone. He raised his hand. Slow is our mate. I hope you won't bother us again in the future. Looking at them, there was some reluctance in my heart. In the end, he slowly lowered his hand. Because in his heart I didn't like him, treating this place as a home for me, and slowly. I was so naive. In the end, I became alone again. The next day, here at Rocky Mountain, we all went back to our caves. That's when I suddenly woke up. My mouth cried out, pinched my mouth and made a sound. Finally I could talk. I brushed myself off and jumped out of bed. I had to go find Sonya. I ended up being stopped at the door by Bai Dai. I looked at him awkwardly. He lifted me up with one hand. Rest well, don't run around. Go and lie on the bed. I struggled and waved my hand. I'm already better. Want to get down and walk around. Bai Dai doesn't like me going to Sang Night. Can't tell the truth, but straight away he refused. No, you must lie down at home. You can't go anywhere. I pouted pitifully and looked at him with wide eyes. I have to go water the vegetable patch. Bai Dai had already told Frosty Cloud to go water it. But isn't Frosty Cloud going hunting? As a result, Bai Dai then said, I thought you would ask about Frost Cloud's leg injury first. It was only then that I reacted. Frost Cloud is injured. In order to snatch you back, he was bitten in the leg by that big snake and bled all the way. Didn't you even notice? I was so focused on the matter of Sang Night that I completely failed to notice that Frost Cloud was injured. I bowed my head and admitted my mistake. I'm sorry, it's my fault. If Frost Cloud knew that you cared so little about him, he would have lost his temper again. I was filled with guilt as I remembered how Frost Cloud looked. Then I'll cook at home and wait for him to come back. Bai Dai stroked my head. So good. This makes me feel relieved. The bitter trick is the best way to use on the easily soft-hearted Slow. Then Bai Dai just went out the door and saw Frosty Cloud. Coming back, Frost Cloud was carrying a bag. Is she better? Bai Dai then explained that her spirit was still good. She wanted to go down the mountain to find that big snake. Frost Cloud was furious and gritted her teeth. When I get better, I will immediately go and slaughter that snake. Don't let Slow know, or she will definitely have to be anxious with you. I wonder what she sees in that big snake. It's cold, bad, and its teeth are poisonous. It's not good enough for Slowly. Never mind all that. The immediate priority is to make good use of your current injuries and passed her slowly not to let her go down the mountain. Frosty Cloud is full of confidence. I will definitely not let her have a chance to meet that snake. Frost Cloud's speech then caught my attention in the room. Is Frost Cloud back? Well, it's me who's back. Frost Cloud went straight to the second. Let me take a look at your wound. The wound is covered in blood, scabs, and dirt. You're not afraid of inflammation and infection. I'm not a witch doctor. How would I know how to dress a wound? Don't move. I'll clean and bandage it for you. 20 minutes later, it's bandaged. I've put some medicine on it. Rest at home for a few days. And don't let the wound get wet. If it gets infected, you'll have to wait for amputation. What does amputation mean? I'm gesturing. Amputation means cutting off your arm. That's not so bad, is it? Then I'll listen to you and not go out. For the next few days, although Slowly wanted to sneak down the mountain to see Sang Night, he could only hold back the anxiety in his heart and accompany Frosty Cloud to nurse his wounds at home. But my absent-mindedness was noticed by Frosty Cloud. You want to go down the mountain to look for that big snake, don't you? I frowned. See, when I heard this, my heartbeat accelerated, as if I was being talked into it. No, I promised to go look for him before, but I went back on my word. I have to go and explain the misunderstanding clearly. Frosty Cloud immediately became anxious. After that, are you going to bring him home and mate with him? I didn't mean that. Then what do you care if he misunderstood you? He has nothing to do with you after that anyway. This, I immediately retorted to him. This is my business. Are you meddling too much? Then I turned around and left. I went to clean down the animal skin bandage. Frosty Cloud still wanted to call me back. After that I went to the river. Frost Cloud was right. It was me who kept thinking about Sang Night. I'm sitting here, but I can't forget the look on Song Yu's face when she was hurt. Song Yu's jewel is still with me. He gave it to me himself. He was the one who saved me and protected me, so that I could return to the White Emperor again. I want him to know that I didn't mean to run away and leave him behind. I wanted to explain myself to him and clear up the misunderstanding. A footstep came and I looked up. Bai Dai, when did you come back? He then asked me, why are you here alone? I see you moping. I turned my head. No, I was cleaning up the animal skins. Bai Dai looked at me like I was thinking about something. Let's go. I'll show you something good. Whitey scooped me right up. I shyly asked him what it was. You'll know when you go see it. White Emperor picked me up and we came here. Looking at the scene in front of me, my eyes lit up and I couldn't seem to believe it. The fruits here are all ripe. I didn't expect it to be this big. See, Ace, your bird feather vine has fruited. That's great. The illustration says that this fruit can be used as a substitute for flour. I looked to White Emperor. Can you cut it open and take a look? White Emperor lifted his claws and brushed them. The fruit was split open. I took a spoon and started digging into the pulp inside. You can scoop out the pulp and dry it. Then get a stone mill to grind the pulp into powder. Pak Tai, can you find a stone to make it like this? That's it. The pulp goes in here and the ground powder comes out this way. Whitey carried 2 big stones over to me. Then he followed the figure I drew and made it like that. Is that so? It didn't take long to make the grinding stone. I can't say it's exactly similar. I can only say it's exactly the same. Put the flesh of the sun-dried bird feather fruit in it and grind it up. Frost Cloud came over with an exasperated voice. Don't just keep Shirati busy. I can do things too. Then Frost Cloud, you can help grind the pulp. He happily became a licking dog. Only I can help slowly grind the fruit pulp. Watching the fruit pulp juice flow into the basin, the flower of the orc world, I tasted the flavor. Well, it really tastes like it. That's the flavor. I have flour. I'll make you dumplings tonight. With flour in hand, I can make dumplings. The 2 of them looked at me and danced happily, although they didn't know what dumplings were. But my little females were so cute. The sun is setting in the west. The evening sun is reflecting on the rocky hills. The fragrant dumplings are ready. I made fresh meat dumplings. You guys try them. Both of you are eating the dumplings. The vegetables you grew are not good, but these dumplings are good. I tasted the dumplings I made and cried tears of joy. It really tastes like dumplings. I can't believe I can still eat dumplings in the beast world. Bai Dai looked at me. It seems that Slowly really likes eating dumplings. Randomly, he said, then plant more bird feather vines in the future. But this one has to be looked after by me yet. Frost Cloud then asked me, why? I inexplicably lowered my head. If I don't go down to the ground to take care of those vegetables, they will grow very slowly. Frosty Cloud said, by the way, our vegetables grow well because of your heart of the divine wood, so I'll go with you to look after those vegetables. Bai Dai seemed to have thought of something and frowned. I then asked him what was wrong, and Bai Dai's eyes changed. Frost Cloud looked at the situation and became alert. You don't want to go see that big snake, do you? It's amazing that a guy as rough as Frost Cloud noticed. Was my expression too obvious? Not really. What's so great about him that you can't stop thinking about him? Is it just because snakes have 2 ding-dongs? What the hell are you talking about? So slow down. Does it have to take both of us to fuck you together for you to completely forget about that snake? As I listened to these dirty words, my face turned red and I felt a little dizzy. Ease, if you want, I can change it for you. Both of them stared at me dead in the face. Not really. Well, it can be, I promise you, that I won't see Sane Night again. Then I huffed and picked up the pot. I'll go wash the pot. Both of them watched me leave in anger. Neither of them said anything. Did we go too far just now? Bai Dai also noticed Frost Cloud's words. Then he asked him, so you want to slow down to find him or even bring him back? Of course I don't want to. Frosty Cloud then shouted. That's good. Bai Dai's eyes then so. I went to help us clean things together. I cleaned the pot. Bai Dai and Frost Cloud were just trying to scare me on purpose. But the effect was damn good. It's normal for Bai Dai to recoil though. He should have understood what Song Yao was thinking. Looks like I need to figure out how I can help Sane Knight and repay him for saving my life. I'm standing at the edge of the pool, and White Emperor comes here. He picks me up, and I look back in panic. Whitey, what are you doing? The pot in my hand fell in the pool. He then asked me, are you angry? I lowered my tone. It's me who didn't care about your feelings. Slowly, I am your male. I can satisfy you with whatever you want, but I really don't want another male to share you. The 2 of them hugged each other tightly with some difficulty. Whitey slowly undressed again, and the thought of slowing down to be coveted by another mate hurt like a tear in his heart. Bai Dai's eyes were so naked that his body was trembling, but he couldn't refuse. Is it the power of the Lord's ring, or is it inside me? I simply can't resist against Bai Dai.